Next week is yearbook week. So please join us, the yearbook staff, in dressing up for the week. So Monday is cover day, which means dress in red and black. 2 is sports day, so dress in your favorite jersey. Wednesday is academic day, dress like your favorite class or favorite teacher. Thursday is club organization day, dress like you would if you were going to that club or organization. Friday is flipped Friday, so dress in your craziest outfit. Think mix match or silly, goofy, but remember, dress code still applies. We hope you enjoy the week.
I'm sure you all have wondered where April Fool's Day comes from. Although April Fool's Day, also called All Fool's Day, has been celebrated for several centuries by different cultures, its exact origins remain a mystery. Some historians speculate that April Fool's Day dates back to 1582 when France switched from Julian calendar to Georgian calendar. Some good April Fool's pranks that teachers might pull on us students that we should look out for are carrots and Tootsie Roll papers, ghosts in the classroom, no school for free or free class period, even broccoli as lollipops. In 1957, the BBC reported that Swiss farmers were experiencing a record spaghetti crop and showed footage of people harvesting noodles from trees. In 1985, Sports Illustrated writer Georgia Plimpton tricked many readers when he ran a made-up article about a rookie pitcher named Sid Finch who could throw a fastball over 168 miles per hour. In 1992, National Public Radio ran a spot with former President Richard Nixon saying he was running for president again. Only it was an actor, not Nixon. And the segment was all an April Fool's Day prank that caught the country by surprise. In 1996, Taco Bell, the fast food restaurant chain, duped people when it announced it had agreed to purchase Philadelphia's Liberty Bell and intended to rename it the Taco Liberty Bell. In 1998, after Burger King advertised the left-handed Whopper, scores of clueless customers requested the fake sandwich. Google notoriously hosts an annual April Fool's Day prank that has included everything from telepathic search to the ability to play Pac-Man on Google Maps. For the average trickster, there is always a classic April Fool's Day prank of converting toilet with plastic wrap or switching out sugar and salt. Now that you know some of the tricks to play, good luck and happy pranking.
Best pranks for April Fool's Day. April Fool's Day is coming up and some of you guys still don't have pranks to do, so we're here to give you top 10 pranks. 1. Write on someone's face while they're sleeping. 2. Play a sticky note with something on it on someone's back. 3. Get a bowl of water and put someone's hand in it while they're sleeping. 4. Replace the filling of an Oreo with toothpaste. 5. Fart cushion on a seat. 6. Saran wrap on the toilet. 7. Make a caramel apple but put an onion instead of an apple. 8. Super glue someone's seat. 9. Turn on the water while someone's showering. 10. Change the every alarm clock. These are the top 10 pranks you can do.
Today I'm here with Jordan talking about the speech competition. What category do you do your competition in?
I did political speech and improv.
What all did you have to do to prepare?
Well, for improv, mostly it's just practicing, figuring out how to improvise, basically, and the order you have to write it and remember it and just practice it over and over.
Okay. What did your practices look like?
Take the table out. Make a column that says
kind of
X times
in
Y.
front of the class,
And then
teacher
use
behind
your
us.
calculator and take
Just kind of talk back and forth about what we think they can do better. It's actually pretty fun, I think.
Okay. Well, congrats on making All-State.
Thank you.
Today I'm here with Leo Friedman, who is a speech competitor. So what categories do you perform on in speech?
Expository address.
Okay. What do you do to prepare for your speech contest?
I practiced it a couple times and memorized it and go over it.
How long do you usually practice for your speech competitions?
Well, on my own, I practice like hours just to memorize it, and then with the coach, I practice like 10 minutes.
Do you have any strategies for speech competition?
Well, my brother was in speech, and I used him to help me like figure out certain things to do with my speech and run things by him.
Okay. Thank you for your time.
Congratulations to National Honor Society inductees last year and this year. Jacob Aldrich, Dylan Biner, Kate Callahan, Meg Callahan, Riley Davidson, Arabella I, Dakota Gooden, Kaylee Greer, Nicole Hernandez, Abigail Jennings, Morgan Linehan, Jerica McGear, Garrett Noak, Cleo O'Brien, Lexi Pollock, Abigail Price, Baylor Van Sickle, Olivia Van Bostenrolf, Rebecca Basil. Seniors, Alex Barber, Abigail Barber, Natalie Fort, Cody Swink, Grace Benson. Broken couples, Maggie Garrett, Trayson Garton, Tanner Guy, Jackson Mason Yard, Adam Mattis, Emma Nelson, Ryan Nook, Kaylee Parks, Morgan Peterson, Laura Sanders, Kale Swartz, Kaylee Van Clee, Ella White, Lauren Zabel. Juniors and seniors only can fill out the application to become a National Honor Society member. The requirements are a 3.667 or higher GPA, active in school and community. Once inducted, students will be a service project, maintain grades and activities until graduation. If you have questions about National Honor Society, reach out to Mr. Heeman. Thank you.
Today I'm here with Coach Lamont, who coaches girls soccer. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well, thanks. How are you?
I'm good, thanks for asking. So, are there any new faces this year?
Absolutely. So we haven't played in about 672 days because we lost our season last year due to COVID. So I would say pretty much everybody's new. We have some obviously returners with our seniors and juniors, but after that, everybody is a new face, so we're excited to get back. Obviously we haven't seen the teams in over a year that we're going to play, and so it's a fresh start, fresh look, and we're excited to get the season rolling.
Okay. Are there any athletes we should keep an eye out for?
Absolutely. You know, our juniors and seniors are back, and so they've a lot of them have had just one season. Our seniors have only had 2 seasons, so this will be their 3rd because they lost their junior year. But I would say, you know, look out for our defense. They're going to be solid. Rory Naring is going to be in the goal, and she's a force to be reckoned with. So I would say all those returners are going to be really solid for us in the coming season.
Okay. And what are you looking forward most to this season?
Oh my gosh, just having a season. Last year was really devastating for our girls. You know, they look forward to this. It's a really neat way to kind of have a culmination to their school year. And so when we lost that, it was a really big blow. And obviously everybody was facing challenges due to COVID. But just everybody's super excited to be back out on the field, just the opportunity. And so I always try to have a positive spin on things. So I said to the girls this year, you know, it's a fresh start. We really try to look at it as, you know, look at the opportunity and that we had something taken away from us so quickly, and so cherish each day, go with it and work hard. It's every day is another opportunity to get better, make everybody else better on the team, and so go from it, you know, in that perspective where each day is a new opportunity.
Okay. And who do you think is going to be the most fiercest competition?
Oh, absolutely, everybody in Little Hawkeye Conference. Little Hawkeye Conference is super tough. We play in the 2A division, which is 48 teams, and so everybody is tough, but Pella will be tough, DCG will be tough, Pella Christian will be tough, so there isn't a game that won't be tough for us. We have no easy schedules.
Thank you so much.
You're so welcome!
Boys golf coach Riley. Hi there, how are you today?
I'm doing good.
So we have a couple questions for you. What are some of the things you're looking forward to most this season?
Well, first of all, I'm looking forward to actually having a season because last spring it got canceled and felt really bad for those seniors. So I'm glad that we're actually going to have a season this year. Even though we have COVID, we're taking the proper precautions and we're going to have a season. So I'm looking forward to being on the course and working with the kids.
Yeah, that sounds very exciting. I'd be excited too. Are there any athletes we should keep our eyes out for this year?
Yeah, I got 2 really good golfers that are coming back from last year, Ethan Walker and Lincoln Ergenbright. They're going to be my 1 and 2. Both of them have all the potential to make the state tournament. Just a matter of whether they go execute when it counts during sectionals and during districts. Both very capable. We got a few new faces that'll come in and hopefully fill the void for the varsity spots, and who knows what we can do as a team.
So you said we have a few new boys. Who are
we do. We got a couple kids that are coming out as seniors. I got Brody Cassette, who has played golf but never played on the golf team.
That's exciting.
And Derek Lancer, who's played soccer for the first 3 years, and both of them have pretty good swings. And had they been out all 4 years, you know, they could have made a huge difference. But they're still they're two seniors that I think could potentially help us varsity wise. I got a couple new freshmen, Kenneth Pritchard and Colin Cummins, and then Landon Minigan is also a freshman, and he's playing soccer and golf too. So I know a little bit about Colin and Kenneth because I've worked with them a lot in the junior camp stuff and out at the John Shover camp all winter. But Landon, I haven't seen him play much. So those freshmen, you know, I think a couple of them have potential to help us varsities. But yep.
Which meet is going to be our fiercest competition, do you think?
You know, we host the conference tournament, and that's always the best one. It's 18 hole, and it determines all conference players. We also have dual conference duels, which we're doing a little bit different this year. But anytime we deal conference, that's always what we want, because we want to win the conference duel, and we want our kids to be all conference players.
Yeah.
So anytime we have conference duels or conference tournaments, those are the biggest ones. And then obviously sectionals and districts is really when it counts, because if you don't make it out of those, your season's done.
And then one last question: are there any differences with the COVID this year, and what are they?
Yes, you know, so they're going to really encourage social distancing. Out on the golf course, it's pretty easy because you're outside and you're spread out. But before the meet, you know, there's 100 kids putting on a practice green and we're going to try to separate, so we have maybe 2 teams putting at once and the rest of them, and we'll set times so that we separate all the teams so that they're not all on the putting green at the same time. When we have our rules meeting with all the players, we'll separate by team. So, you know, new kids will be over here, and then we'll separate the Pella kids and the Pella Christian and Norwalk. So it'll all be separated. Again,
and there's a big playing field too.
Right. So this is a little different in the past. Scorecards and stuff will all be different. We're not gonna all get together and sign the card like they've done in the past, just to try to eliminate or reduce the amount of contact.
Okay, well, that's all we have for you today. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And good luck this year.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Today I'm with Chad Jarvis, who coaches the boys track. How are you today?
I'm good, sir. How about yourself?
I'm doing all right. What are you most looking forward to this track season?
I'm looking most forward to this season, like every season. It's just giving these some of these young guys at Newton here an opportunity to compete and a chance to make it to the Drake relays or the state track meet and do well. We got a bunch of good guys this year that I think have some pretty good shots at doing some great things this year.
Who are those athletes that you are looking forward to?
Well, we have a really good 4x8 team. I'm going to try not to mention names because I don't want to make anybody feel good or bad about anything. But we got a 4x8 team, and we got a couple of distance guys that could do real well, and we got a few sprinters as well. So we kind of have a really well-rounded team this year. And from the 100 to the 2-mile race, I think we have guys that can be competitive at each individual race. There's so many guys I could mention that have a good shot at doing well this year that I would go on and on and on and forget somebody and get somebody mad at me.
Which team is like your fiercest competitor, you think?
The most fierce competitor for each one of us at Newton is probably ourselves, because nobody can beat us if we set our minds to doing what it takes to get better and, you know, doing some extra stuff outside of practice. And if we do that, we will be super good. If we don't do that, then we won't be nearly as good as we could be. So our fiercest competitor should be us, because if we can get to that spot where we're doing all the extra things, we are our best competition. Pushing ourselves is the best thing we can do.
Is there any new faces on the track?
There's a couple good little freshmen that are coming up. Again, I'm going to try to limit mentioning names so I don't leave anybody out and get somebody irritated with me today. But we got a couple real good freshmen that are really going to help us. There's probably about 4 or 5 of those guys that are really working hard every day. One thing I will mention is that we got 5 or 6 real hard-working freshmen, and they are doing what it takes to reach that next level and get some varsity experience even as freshmen, and probably do well as freshmen.
What are the big differences with the COVID than pre-COVID?
It is much. It's more difficult to practice indoors. Just makes things more complicated for sure. And then I think personally we've been inside a lot more. So I think coming back to the start of this year, people aren't as in good a shape as they have been in the past, just because we've been less active as a culture.
All right, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. Have a good one.
Today I'm with Zahir. Is it okay? Is it Zahir or like?
It's there. You know. Yeah, it's there. Just like all one word.
Today I'm with Eric Zaire, who coaches boys track. How are you today?
Girls tennis.
Oh, girls tennis.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Today I'm with Eric Zaire, who coaches girls tennis. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. How about you?
Pretty good myself. What are you most looking forward to this season?
Well, probably just the same thing I'm looking forward to every season. I really love coaching. And one of the things I love about coaching the most is watching my kids grow and get better and develop from the beginning to the end of the season. There's countless seasons where we have, maybe we didn't have the most the winningest program in the conference, but we certainly had maybe the most fun. And so we try to build a culture where we have a fun group of girls, and we really prioritize growth and getting better throughout the course of the season, and watching maybe saying to watch them grow up is maybe too strong a way to say it, but watching them kind of learn and get better throughout the season, that's what I like most about every season.
Are there any athletes we should keep our eyes out for?
We got several athletes you should keep your eyes on. A couple of our top players are really good. Maggie Garrett is one of our returning letter winners. She's our captain. She's a junior, and she's going to be really good. So she's somebody that I should definitely watch out for. We also have a couple girls that are playing tennis for the first time this year, but they are actually going to be playing varsity this year for us because they are really, really athletic and really strong players. So whereas they are just getting started, there are people who you're going to want to keep your eye on. So let's see. Alyssa Shannon is a junior, but this is her first year, but she's going to play varsity for us. And Lauren Garrett is a freshman, but she's going to play varsity for us as well. So.
Which meet is our fiercest competitor?
Good question. So the last 4 or 5 years, Pella has been the toughest team in the Little Hawkeye Conference. It's hard to say who's going to be good this year because we lost last year. So since we had a whole season away, nobody really knows who's going to be good this year. But typically the same couple teams are good every year. So Pella is one of them. We're one of them. And Pella Christian is another, and maybe Grinnell would be the last of the perennial contenders in the Little Hawkeye.
Is there any differences with COVID this year?
So fortunately, tennis doesn't have that many things impacted by the COVID requirements. So, a lot of our sport is played, across the net from one another. You know, so there's quite a bit of distance and there's not a ton of contact usually. But, you know, there's lots of coaching opportunities. There's lots of times where we'll be doing drills and stuff where we're together. But no, from like a contact, player to player contact, there isn't as much to be worried about from a COVID perspective as maybe some other sports.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thanks, Jackson. Have a good day.
Attention junior and seniors, prom will be Saturday, April 10th from 7 p.m. to 2 a.m. Newton School upperclassmen join us for a dance with DJ Days from 7 to 11 p.m. Students will enter from the south end of the Coliseum, announce, and walk down the sidewalk to the dance, whether they arrive at 7 p.m. or 9 p.m. or anywhere between. Family and friends, please bring your lawn chairs and hang outside to partake. We'll walk along the east side of the building to the back patio and the grassy area. Plenty of space for everyone. Arrive as early as 7 p.m. Weather pending. If weather is bad, the promenade entry will be canceled and the students only will enter through the front main entrance. $15 per pupil. Tickets on sale now and will be available to purchase online, cash only, at Newton High School April 7th through the 9th as well. Tickets must be purchased by April 9th at 6 p.m. For more information, check out the Facebook event page called the Masquerade Ball. Refreshments and snacks provided. Photo backdrop provided and photos by John Lake Photography. After prom will be at the high school 11 to 2 a.m. Thank you.
Easter traditions. The most common Easter tradition is the egg hunt. The custom of Easter egg hunt, however, comes from Germany, thought to be from the 16th century when the Protestant Reform Martin Luther organized egg hunts for his congregation. The men would hide the eggs for the women and children to find. The second most common Easter tradition is dyeing eggs. The Christian custom of Easter eggs specifically started among the early Christians of Muslim who took the egg symbolization for Judaism and stained them with red coloring in memory of the blood of Christ shed at his crucifixion. Another tradition is baking, commonly cookies, cakes, cupcakes, muffins, pies, and brownies. A less common tradition is decorating the Easter tree, just a fun activity for kids to do with their parents. Many families have an Easter brunch or dinner, often featuring ham as a main course. Coming together over a nice meal provides family time for fun, food, and friends. And extending family members will bring generations together. Some common foods are eggs, ham, most potato dishes, hot cross bun, carrots.
April Fool's Day is coming up, so here's Miss Patterson, and I'd like to ask her, what is the best April Fool's prank that you have done or had done to you?
I'm not much of a prankster, but when I was little, I put salt in the sugar bowl and my dad put it in his coffee. I still remember that, and of course he laughed and thought it was funny even if he was mad, but yeah, that's all I can really think of.
Since April Fool's Day is coming up, I'm here with Miss Kazette to ask her favorite April Fool's prank. That's to you.
Oh gosh, there's a spider on your shoulder. April Fools. It's not April though.
Thanks you for your time. And April Fool's Day is also around the corner. Yeah. What was the best April Fool's prank that you witnessed?
Probably getting cold water dumped on somebody.
Thank you for your time. Sheesh. April is also very near. What is the best April Fool's prank you have committed?
Have committed?
Yeah.
Probably when my father woke up once I threw water over.
Thank you for your time. This is Lee Smith.
Hi.
So Lee, what is the best April Fool's prank you've ever either seen or committed?
I actually put like a ton of hair dye in the shampoo bottle one time and dyed both my brother's hair pink.
Nice. Easter is also coming up. What's your favorite Easter tradition?
Well, my dad passed away last year. We always have gotten together, so I'm going to get together with my mom and have Easter lunch with her and have ham and all the stuff that goes along with Easter.
All right, thank you for your time.
You're welcome, thank you.
Since Easter is coming up, I'm here with Mr. Heeman to ask him his favorite Easter traditions.
Probably the best Easter tradition we have is probably Easter baskets for everybody in the family each morning.
Thank you for your time. I'm here with Mr. Jacobson, and since Easter is coming up, I'd like to know your favorite Easter tradition.
Well, growing up, we had a game that we played where we would hide numbers around my grandma and grandpa's farm, and each number would take you to a new location, and the last one was always in the wash house where all the candy and the goodies and all of those things were left. So you wanted to get done first, so you got the best stuff. And so I always remember that with my brother, my sisters, and cousins. We always used to play.
All right, thank you for your time.
You bet.
I'm here with Michaela Pearson asking her favorite Easter traditions.
My favorite Easter traditions are dyeing eggs and cooking with my grandmas. They always like to make old recipes, even if they don't taste good.
Thank you for your time. Since Easter is coming up, I'm here with Jackson to ask him his favorite Easter traditions.
Probably finding eggs.
Easter's coming up. What's your favorite Easter tradition?
Eat ham. I usually just eat ham, but get a couple egg rolls, you know.
Yeah.
That's all I do. It's good.
What's your favorite Easter tradition as well?
I don't really have one. I don't really celebrate Easter all that much.
Okay, thank you for your time.